Let's get a better setup here, guys. Hey, you guys got questions? I'm here to answer them. Tell me what you got. I'm not the brightest bulb, but I'm pretty good. I'll get a better setup. That's just my shop. Start firing questions, guys. I'm here for you. 30 years of experience of being we call us a crawl space junkies. How's the image? It looks like it's a little distorted. It doesn't look very good. Maybe it's just me. We're still going to be able to braise with the new refrigerant? I think so. I think so. If you do it properly, you're not going to have to worry about it. I think it's all overblown. I think everybody's getting too scared about it. I'm not too worried about it. I think everybody's getting a little too crazy about it. Hey, I am what I am. I'm getting old. I'll be 47 next month. Hey, at least I got 4 of you. That's 4 more than I thought I would get. I don't trust those RLS fittings. I don't trust them at all. I think they're junk. I haven't used a single one yet. So, and I refuse to do that. I'm kind of like Steve Lav. He uh he uses solder on all of his copper joints. He won't use that crap. I won't use it on my refrigerant lines. Sorry guys, there's flies out my damn garage. No, and when I do gas piping, I do nothing but black iron. I don't use any gas flex. I hate CSST. I hate it with a passion. I won't do it. And I hate flex pipe too, even though you guys can see a bunch back there. Yeah, screw that stuff. I only have it because I had to do it on commercial jobs for like the last 5 feet. Yeah, Steve's a great guy. His politics are pretty good too. I don't talk about mine, but you know what I'm getting at. My hair looks thin on this thing, but I actually have very thick, lustrous hair. I don't like this camera. Doesn't make me look very good. My wife likes how I look, so that's all that matters. Oh shit, there's Ted Cook. Yeah, that's funny that Ted's here. How's it going, buddy? No flex for sound attenuation. Well, I think we should adopt commercial HVAC into residential HVAC. I think we should have 5 feet maximum on flex, just like we do in commercial, if guys do the commercial properly. Have any service calls today, Ted? Cap and goes, probably. 11? Jeez. Are you being truthful with that? Oh, gotcha. How's the weather down there in South Carolina? Is it still hot down there? Because we're actually gonna have some weird September weather here in Oregon. We're gonna be 100 degrees for a couple days, which that never happens. So global warming, I guess. Mid 80s, mid 90s last week. 65 MPA. That sounds nice. Yeah, we were last week. We didn't get out of the 40s for a couple days. It was weird. Raining in the 40s, and now we're back to 100 for a couple days. It's supposed to last for about a week, and then we'll be back to the probably the 70s or so. I think back to normal. I think our normal's in the low 80s right now. Do you prefer bubble wrap or oh, there's a heart in the way there? Bubble wrap or what? um, so if I'm gonna do bubble wrap at all, which I've shown you guys, I do double of the R8. So, you got to put that spacer in there to get R8. Otherwise, it's R6. So what I do is I do double of the R8 stuff, which is, I think you get R12 if you double that, and just don't do like that one guy does in his videos where he uses it as a kneeler and he pops all the bubbles on it, so it's no good. Yeah, the reflectic stuff. I don't like it uh as a single layer. Like they came out with that R4 stuff and it was pretty much junk. You might as well put cardboard over the top of your duct. But if you take that R8 stuff and you double it up, it's fine. R8, the bubble wrap stuff. I have some right behind. You can see the stuff right behind me, right over there. If I can point right. Yeah, I use it almost exclusively because I've had the itchy and scratchy show too much in my life, and I don't want it anymore. We encounter that enough. So I sit on it in wet grass. Well, yeah, if you're using it for that, but you're not going to go put it on something afterwards. This guy was putting his knees on it, and then he was using it on his duct afterwards. It was kind of funny. Now we're up to four. Come on, we can get more than four. I'm up to almost 800 subscribers now in about 3 months, so I should be able to have more than four of you guys here. The the fiberglass stuff, the FSK stuff, I don't really like that much. Um, it's it seems like the quality of it's going down big time. It kind of falls apart when you try to cut it, and it's like falls off the foil back face really easy now. Not like that, like it used to be. You might as well just do the old itchy and scratchy stuff without the foil back on it. I'll go live with you, Ted. It's fine. I'll get used to it. I'm not much of a camera guy. I used to do TV commercials for a company that I worked with in Washington back when I was younger and had a little more energy. But no, I'm fine with it. I'm relaxed. It's okay. I'll get used to it again. It's been probably 15 years since I've done this. So yeah, I want to do some of those too. I mean, I got stuff. I got a pile of tools back there that are still in the box that I want to give away, and I just got to find the right. I tried to do a giveaway, and I got like 6 entries via email, and I gave my email out a bunch of times, and I'm not going to do a giveaway on for 6 people. That's not enough to make it any fun. So, and I told them, I go, I want a real story, a real story that you need it, like a hardship story. And they're just like, well, hey, I'm just starting out. I need this. Well, that's not good enough. So I'd like some vids on attic layouts, best place to set, air handler, duct layout kind of stuff. Yeah, I might try that, Ted. Let me answer his question here. I'd like some vids on attic layouts, best place to set. Well, I mean, I don't think you need a video for that. That everybody knows central is the best, right? Keep your duct runs as short as possible to keep the static down. So, uh, sometimes the center of the house lines up with, like a living room or something. You don't want to put the unit there. I actually don't want to put units in the attic anymore. I've done it, and I'm tired of it. If you can, and in Oregon here, you can't do it anymore. They don't allow you to do it. If you do, the 95% of the duct has to be buried in insulation. So you can't, I mean, it's almost impossible. So you're what you're doing is you're telling the customer, you're going to do this whole entire central forced air system, and then you have to go blow in insulation afterwards. That's just, I mean, nobody wants to pay for that. So I think they're trying to push everybody to go electric and ductless, which is kind of ridiculous. But it's kind of where we're going over here in this state. So how are you guys doing out there? I mean, as far as how codes are changing and stuff, are you uh, are you finding that the bureaucrats are screwing you on a lot of stuff? There's no such thing as electric cars, HVAC. What? Well, yeah, yeah. If the, I get where you're going with that. Uh, it takes a lot of different fossil fuels to make electricity. Uh, Over here, though, they do kind of have a point though, because hydroelectric's huge. We have a lot of hydroelectric power, um, but if it goes out, then you have an issue. So yeah, I mean gas, coal. I mean, the smartest thing we should do is probably go hydrogen and nuclear, but they're too worried about the issues that might arise with that, and I get it. It's all politics, which I don't like to talk about. I already said that, so I'm going to keep that to myself. If I showed you some of the signs I have over here, you you would know what my politics are. So solar is worth working towards. I got those guys beating on my door every couple of weeks. I'm in Massachusetts. There's a huge push on heat pumps everywhere. I think they're even trying to push them in Alaska, which is a complete joke. So, but they're like, all right, Ted, I'm going to talk about Bosch. So they're, them like everybody else, they're coming out with their cold climate heat pumps, and they want them to be your primary source of heat, which I don't agree with. I'll even if I install a cold climate heat pump, I'm still putting electric backup in it. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. You're the only two, Marco and Ted. So Many towns and cities here are banning false. Okay, so I just bought a new truck. I bought it here in state, and I was looking in California because if you have a gas powered vehicle down there, you almost can't drive it. So you can get them a lot cheaper. So a buddy of mine actually flew from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, down to Los Angeles and bought a box truck because they were giving it away for peanuts, and then just drove it back. And I didn't have time for that, but that's what they're doing down there in that state. Hey, we need to get Mikey Pipes on here and Steve Lab and John Phillips all have a little party. I know Mikey Pipes and John Phillips would have a good time together. That's why you shouldn't talk about politics on these stupid HVAC channels because you just start fighting with people. I know it gets some. I know it gets some views and people watching. I get it. I don't want to do it that way. If my channel fails, it'll be because of me, not because of my politics. So Lab and Pipes won't be on. I thought Steve Lab. Oh yeah, because they fought a few years back, and I think they rekindled that like a year ago. I saw that. They have the same politics. They should be fine. I think working in hot attics sucks, but outside in 0 degrees of snow would be worse. um, so you got to have a good pair of gloves. So it gets really cold here. Last winter, we had about a week straight where it didn't get above about 2 degrees, and I took a couple of days off. We got about 2 feet of snow. You just bundle up. Attics. Oh, it gets hot here too, Ted. We were up to 115. Less humidity, of course, but we're up to 115 air temperature, but it's dry when it gets hot here. Uh, occasionally it gets humid here, but not like you guys down there. But yeah, the weather the weather here it's extreme. It's either really hot or really cold. It's not a temperate climate because we're in the desert. So the nice thing is when it gets real hot here, it cools off really good at night. It can be 100 degrees here in the day, and it can get down to 40 at night. So once that sun goes down, it cools off pretty good here. Well, we got two of you. I think I'm going to go. We're hitting the 18-minute mark. We'll probably go 2 more minutes. I'll take a couple more questions. I'm sure I don't have to teach you guys anything, at least not Ted. Maybe sheet metal work, possibly. And I didn't. Hey, and when I was critical a couple times, Ted, I was not being a jerk about it. It comes off that way when you just see text messages or messages of any form. It's not like that with me at all. So uh, I just saw a couple of the jobs where the guys took the existing plenum and just kind of tapped in the furnace without a transition, and I wouldn't do that. That's not quality, and that's all I was getting at. The effort, yeah. And you, Marco, you said you were in New England somewhere. I know Mikey Pipes up there in Long Island. They do like $12,000 rebates for electrification, which is just crazy. Boston, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'll say it, liberal state, but um, ours are. You would think that we would have some crazy rebates here, but actually it's not that much. You got the federal tax credit, and then shoot, our utility rebates are at the most 1,500. And that's if you jump through a bunch of hoops. Now they want a bunch of pictures. They want you to uh I gotta take a picture of the thermostat showing the heat pump lockout. I gotta take a picture of everything, and then it bombards me with paperwork. And as a one man band, I don't have time for it. So, what I started to do is just put that rebate into my build it into my job, and just not do any of the paperwork for the utilities. It's because it became a paper trail, and then it takes them 8 to 10 weeks to mail the check to me or the customer. And there's a couple of the rebates where I can't even get the money taken off the top. I have to give that to the customer, and then I'm supposed to wait for the check. Like I'm supposed to give them basically an 8 to 10 week loan, basically, which is ridiculous. It's a bunch of bleeding hearts, is what it is. Well, I showed you how to build that transition, like if you're doing a furnace to a air cleaner, that 16 by 20 to 20 by 20, and you can do it all with your hands. It just takes more time. Um, you know, I, I don't I don't do a lot of volume. I don't want to do volume. Like as a one man band with my overhead and stuff, I can do probably a couple jobs a week and be fine. You did. It was- Um, I told you how old I was, Ted. I'm getting up there. I've been in the trade for 30 years. That's probably nothing to you. How long have you been in the trades? 40, 45? Who's the third guy here? Uh, Make yourself known. I got three watchers. So we got Ted, Marco, and who? 35th year. I'll be 47 next month. I started when I was 17. I haven't owned my own business the whole time. I had a business up in Washington that lasted about 3 years because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And then I opened up another one that lasted about 7. And this current one I've had 6. And it's going a lot better because I don't tell everybody yes like I used to. I think sheet metal is the most fun part of this job. It's just harder on you as you get older. I used to go in the back of my box truck and just play around with stuff because I wanted to know how to do it. And I taught myself everything that I know. Nobody showed me any of it. Obviously, I've watched videos and stuff on YouTube and um, observed, but most of the stuff I just taught myself playing around in the back of the truck. Yeah, I mean, and Ted, that once you start getting referral business, it's not really a matter of what it costs. It's what the customer wants from you. My my main phone call that I get from people is, "Hey, you did this job for Tim and Susan. Can you come do that same job for us?" It's always okay to say no. Always okay to say no. But I didn't know that in my first business. I took everything, stupid stuff. Hey, can you come extend my range vent 2 feet and put a cap in, 2 hours away? Oh, sure. Because I saw the dollar signs, but now I'm just telling 'em, no, that's not worth my time. Stuff like that. You have a lot of crawl space air handlers and furnaces from what I've seen, Ted. But they're good crawl spaces. It looks like you're usually at least 3 feet. Some of them are 4 feet. I see you crawling around down there, and usually there's plastic. I did a I did a full cut-in system. They had wall heat about 30 minutes from here, and the guy's crawl space was barely big enough for me to turn my shoulders around, and I was hating every bit of it. I think I'm done with those by myself. I didn't have any help. I had to cut the 5 foot lengths of pipe in half, wrapped to get them through the crawl hole. So I put 2.5 foot sections together. I had to cut my taps in after they were down there. All right. Well, this will do it for the first little live stream. It wasn't too bad. I can do these. I'll get better at it. Oh, now we're up to four. Who just came in? Mikey. He's probably in bed. Just got out of his hot tub. I gotta get in and see if the family needs something anyway. So I'll go another 4 minutes. We're at 26 minutes now. I want some more questions. Come on and test my knowledge. See if I can answer it. Whether it's something you know or don't know. There's a lot I don't know. Ask me about refrigeration, and I all I know is make sure the sight glass is clear and get paid. That's about what I know about refrigeration. And speaking of refrigeration, I'm actually getting a new truck. I'm picking it up tomorrow morning. It's from a uh, HVAC guy that's in this area, and he is retiring it. I'm picking it up from him. It's an old Chevy that's got a service body on it, so that'll be nice. My other truck I'm going to keep as a backup. It's been having some electrical issues, so I look forward to that. And I'm gonna get those fixed on it and keep it as a backup. And I'm gonna keep them both stocked, which is part of my business plan, is having a backup truck ready to go, which I think anybody should have. Wondering who the other two people are in here. I want them to show themselves. Ask me a question. I got 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Key of the Jeopardy music here. One dropped out. All right, guys. Hey, have a good night, and I'll try to do these more often. Maybe do them once a week. What the heck? And maybe we'll get a little following here. So have a good night, guys.